All right, so I show up for this appointment because my ovary's killing me again, and my hands are so numb when I wake up that I can't even make jewelry or make any money, which, luckily I can do that since it takes 3 months to get a driver's license these days. But I can't play the guitar or make any jewelry. I'm waking up with extreme swelling, nerve pain to the point where my fingers are numb and I can't do anything about it. Well, what's super interesting is that the last 3 medications that I ever took were metformin, spironolactone, and gabapentin. Now, what's interesting is that just now it didn't show up on my records. And federal investigators, this is what this is all about. Basically, the fact that when I talked to Bucksbaum about having the defamation of character concerning a police officer that's been proven guilty for strangling his own child and actually abusing children special needs children in his daycare. So when I talked to Bucksbaum about just that defamation of character being removed, no lawsuits, nothing like that, that it wasn't fair that my, that I was being defamed because of the corrupt actions of, negligent police officer. And so basically, Bucksbaum approached Ashley Westfall. She all of a sudden wouldn't do my Lyme disease labs or any other labs that they had agreed to work with these people for years. Both her and Dr. Neil Rogers had. And I know that there's going to be a case about this. And I never even wanted to sue anyone. But the fact of the matter is that I've gained over 50 pounds this year. And you know what, Ashley Westfall, you cannot get away with scrubbing my medical records because Social Security Disability already got my medical records. Duh. You know what? I mean, this has been declassified. The illness that has resulted from people that had early childhood exposure to nuclear proving grounds as well as biological drop zones. Now my thyroid is screwed up the other way because I had nothing but medical neglect. A decade of medical neglect where all they did was threw thyroid pills at me and it made me 220 pounds. 220 pounds, and I was so sick that I literally could not stand up in a chair. Now I've got the opposite problem where I'm having the symptoms of having too much thyroid. I had an ultrasound and they looked at my thyroid, so apparently it's not concerning to the point where but this is absolutely absurd, and of course I knew it. It is so obvious your twisting and your manipulation. Because even though I wasn't taking any antidepressants and none of those worked for me anyways, they actually caused depression, those are still on my medical record. But the metformin, the spironolactone, and the gabapentin, particularly the metformin, is actually what got me better. And I took it for PCOS. For PCOS symptoms. It's funny that you complain of, ovary pain and they'll sign you up for surgery, no labs required, but you can't get the medication that actually causes you to get better in this country. Once I started taking metformin, I flushed a bunch of stuff that smelled like the market of Nicaragua. And then my thyroid test went from being and I was on 2 grains for many years as I just got sicker, unable to even stand up in a chair, barely move, barely walk, extreme chronic fatigue syndrome, had no energy whatsoever. And as soon as I started taking metformin, it flushed all of that out. We will never have a better tomorrow, and we will never have a better country. And America will never be great again if we cannot treat the root causes of illness and if we cannot do right by chronically ill patients. So now I'm overthyroided, waiting in a town that's, I get sicker in for an appointment, and I can't even get metformin. What caused me to get better? Are you freaking kidding me? Ashley Westfall, you will not get away with scrubbing my records because you got approached by Bucksbaum law. Ashley Westfall, let me repeat it again. You will not get away with scrubbing my medical records. Ashley Westfall, you will not get away with scrubbing my medical records because you got approached by Bucksbaum law because I quite simply did not deserve the defamation of character. All this is a cover-up of liability. And you guys are actually abusive towards a person that has suffered much and has been chronically ill from the red tide in Nicaragua. It's time to stop covering stuff up and telling the truth because now we got the internet, so everybody's learning the truth anyways. All right, I guess I'm starting another page today so I get to deal with hacking. make it more obvious where all the hacking's coming from. Well, guess what? There are federal eyes on this town due to the medical neglect, the medical mismanagement, and the defamation of character concerning corrupt law enforcement in this town. So you guys just keep making it worse when you don't do right. Again, I repeat, Ashley Westfall, you will not get away with scrubbing my medical records because they already went to Social Security disability. Duh! I don't care if you got approached by Bucksbaum Law, and I don't care if Bucksbaum Law has something on you, and so you were, and they could have blackmailed you. So they told you to scrub my records. What were they representing? Somebody that just got caught strangling their own child as a police officer? Oh, this stuff is getting deep, and you guys are making it worse, and you're only causing more exposure for the entire world to see through your corrupt actions. Congratulations.